Good citizen, what's good? Skeeter, stay slaying audits. John, JK Pioneer, what's good? What's good? How you guys doing? Trish the Dish. Oh yeah. What's going on, guys? Extraordinary explorations in the house. WTF. Charlie Cruz. USC for life. What's good, Benjamin? Nick. Nick the Ice Pick in the house. Yeah, guys, I'm just doing a little unpackaging video, you know, um, of this wonderful tool that I got right here. But it's a reveal. It's a reveal, guys. You know what I'm saying? Let me in. Joe Mama 6969 in the house. What's up, man? Give me a call. Haven't heard from you in a minute. What's up, Polyglocks? What's good, guys? Thank you guys for being here. Um, yeah. What up, guys? Guitar Joan, Charlie Cruz. Why the absence? Who, me? I never left. What do you mean? I'm always here in spirit, guys. You don't gotta worry about me. I'm always here. What up? What up? Grandma Smith. Or Beth. Grams Beth. Jason R. Hold on, guys. Can't see. What's going on here? I can't see. Let me in. Let me in. What's going on with you guys? All right. So yeah, the word on the streets is that I'm doing a reveal, unveiling of the special project tools right here, guys. Special tactics. Yeah. You know, if anybody else is going to be out there using clickbait, why can't I? You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this whole video right now is so many people use clickbait, and it's okay for them, but when I say I'm doing you know, reveal some new tools, but it's not a reveal some new tools. It's that was just, you know, it doesn't matter what I say. You guys are coming anyways. But regardless, um, yeah, no, I mean, why can other people use stuff for clickbait and I can't? You know what I'm saying? You know, at least my clickbait is legit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. What's up? What's up? It's an April Fool's. What's going on, guys? Free Long Island. So, what's the word on the streets, guys? Is what I want to know because I know my word on the streets, but what's the real word on the streets, man? There's a lot of hanky panky going on. You know what I'm saying? I saw CC Dumbbutts try to make a comeback too. He changed his name back to CC Dumbbutts. He changed his name back to CC Dumbbutts, man. But yeah, what's good? What's good? What's going on, guys? Chili is locked up. Oh, I saw that. I saw like the court case on Chili, man. He lost big time, dude. Yeah, man. There's a certain line of respect that you can't cross, and when it comes to going to court, man, damn. You obviously just like everybody else that goes into court, you want the judge on your side. That's the whole point of going to court, right? Is to have the judge on your side, um, show the professional side of you, and that you're able to be calm, composed, and uh, behave in good manner. Because obviously they judge you a lot, guys, when you go to court and stuff like that, and you're facing charges and all that clappy cheeks. What's up? You want definitely want the judge on your side. You don't want them to judge against you, right? Um, but yeah, Chili went to jail, guys. That's the word on the streets. What else, guys? What else? What else is in the news? That was crazy, all right? That was a crazy one right there. Chili took a case and lost. What up, guys? Chili will win on appeal. Will he? He might. I wouldn't put it past him. But the way he was talking to I mean, hey, you got your freedom of speech and all that stuff, right? But there's rules of the court, and they really use that against you, and especially in court. Furry went to jail. Furry went to jail. Damn, for what? Uh, has anyone done a prey audit? PYAY. What's a PYAY audit? Definitely swallow your pride in front of the man. You know what I'm saying? I heard SVG's in jail, guys. That's another word on the street. SVG is in jail. SVG. Somebody look up Jose Gonzalez and see if he's in jail right now, guys. Go do that. Do it now. Do it now. Tell me how many you find in jail. Rob L. I'm not trolling. Why aren't you trolling? Rob? What do you mean? I don't get that. Did you say something? Let me see. Let me go back. What did Rob L say is the question. Actually, repost the question or comment so I can see it. It's gone. I don't see it. Pray at the courthouse. That's right. Yeah, it's craziness, guys. I don't, obviously I've been stuck in, oh yeah, another update. Update news first. I got a letter from Chino. Remember, we were facing up to 3 years. They can file felony charges for them arresting us in Chino, city of Chino last year. Was it last year or the year before? I don't even know anymore, man. Um, but so I got a letter from Chino saying, hey, obviously in a professional manner, signed by the city of Chino and all that stuff. Whoever signs their stuff. But it stated that they only had me in detention and I was never under arrest. And obviously, they say that they're sending this letter because I was involved in a situation where I was found, you know, you know, they were found to not able to proceed with the hearing or whatever. In other words, they weren't going to charge me anymore. They were going to cut that 3 years off because they didn't have anything to charge me with. After further investigation, they're saying that I was only under detention. I was never under arrest. I was only under detention. Okay. So they're admitting that they had me in custody, but they said that I was never under arrest. You see what I'm saying? Like, how can you have me in jail How can you send me to jail, lock me up, uh, take my prints, uh, you know, uh, um, all that stuff, like the whole 9 yards, and and then say that I was never in jail. Like that part, I don't understand. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, guys. So I don't understand. Like, City of Chino admits that they had me under their care for you know, more than just a couple of hours, to be honest, because we had to bail out. And so why did I have to bail out if I was only detained? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of holes here. How are you gonna just send a letter and say, "Oh yeah, you guys were just detained for as long as we had you, and we send you to jail, to get harassed by the county um, deputies, and we took your possessions and we held them, we took all your stuff from you, and you didn't get it back until we asked for it back. But regardless, how are you going to say all that and then say that I was just detained? Detained means that I shouldn't have to bail out. I shouldn't have to. There shouldn't be an angry mob in the front of the sheriff detention center because you guys unlawfully arrested us. There shouldn't be any of this happening. You know what I'm saying? If we're detained, that means we're on scene being questioned, and when you figure out that we didn't commit a crime, then you have to let us go. That's detained. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that's news. I'm sure PLA got the same letter. I haven't talked to him a couple of days, and I forgot to ask him about that if he got the letter. But I got the letter last week, and I was just like, it's ridiculous, man. And then they say they have up to 3 years to file. Um, so they keep you kind of detained for 3 years, is what they're saying. So now they're saying that I'm not detained anymore. I'm free to go. I'm a free man. I'm free of pending charges, and all that stuff. So who was in the wrong on that one, guys? If I'm such a bad guy and I'm doing such bad things out here to be arrested and to be convicted of felony charges, like, like who's the one that's doing the wrong here? You see what I'm saying? Obviously it's not me, because uh by the court and justice and the DA's office and whoever else had a hold of that paperwork decided that they're not going to file anything. What's up, PLA? Did you get the letter from Chino PD? I forgot to ask you, dude. PLA's in the house, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Hit him up. Hit him up. I'm surprised there's no rumors that he's in jail right now. But have to check PO box. Sick. PO box. PO box. Come on, guy. Everybody knows where you live already. Sick ass PO box. All right, that's down. That's down. All right, check what's up, Momo. Check that PO box, dude. Check the PO box. So yeah, guys, back on the Chino topic, man. That's crazy, man. That's PO box 13. Is that down? Sick ass PLA. Sick. Hey, don't tell anybody that your PO box number is 4721. Don't tell anybody, right? You were in jail? Oh, dang. I didn't know that. When? Yeah, so that's funny, guys. um, that they actually went through with all that. Dab it, dab it up, dab it up. Yeah, but the word on the streets is that I was locked up too, according to CC Dumb Butts. I got released to 6 months death row. Death row. Oh, damn! You got a record label now too. Sick. You're on death row. Sick vato, eh? What's up with that? What's up, Tommy Wood? Always up to no good. I know, I know. Sorry, guys. You know the vision's bad. Little Mystery. What's up, Little Mystery? In the house. Yeah, guys. So, for them to take us to jail, disgrace us, rob us of our freedom, um, belittle us and tell us that we're trash and that we're going to jail because we're breaking the law, making you feel like a criminal. Taking all these extra steps to make sure they ruin the rest of your day, and then you've already been through the headache and hardship of the arrest. Uh, you know, uh, Now they want to send the letter saying, "Yeah, guys, don't worry. Um, you're free as a bird. We were found to not find, or we weren't able to make up any other charges to make you a felon for the rest of your life. So we're gonna just go ahead and free you of charges and say that you were only detained, okay, so that it doesn't affect your criminal record, which I don't have because anybody that can look me up till this day, till today, currently 2024, April 2024, that I have zero criminal record and I've been, you know, harassed and abused by the cops for all these years, being detained, arrested, handcuffed, pushed around, you know. And it just goes to show that these cops are dirty. Exactly what I've been out here to expose since I started. There was no other agenda except for to show the world, what a dirty trash the police are. And that's exactly what I've done, guys. That's exactly what I've done. And I'm still a free man, and because number one, because I do things right, guys. I don't go out there uh, overstepping my boundaries because I know where I stand. And don't let anybody let you generalize being in jail as a good thing or it's okay or it's cool because being in jail is the end of the earth for some people. You know what I'm saying? And it's hell for the people that are there just for the passing. You see what I'm saying? So don't let anybody generalize ever. Taking the ride and being in jail, or I'm gonna take a, I'm gonna do months. I'm gonna take the, there's one thing to take the ride to prove a point because these cops are dirtbags and you know that they're gonna falsely arrest you, so you're gonna take that ride because you have to prove a point. You see what I'm saying? But to say, oh, I'm gonna plead guilty and take a case and go to jail, uh-uh, not in my books, my guy. You know why? Because I don't do things wrong. Number one, you do things right, and that's how you stay out of jail, guys. I've been arrested, but I've never been sent to jail. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and that means a lot, and that means a lot, and for those as well out there that have been arrested and have been free of charges, we're only finding out that the cops are corrupt out there, that they're falsely arresting us. They're trying to use their feelings to enforce the law, and that's the facts. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You pick your battles. How many times have I said that? You pick your battles, right, Polyglots? Exactly. You don't make every situation your last because, you know, there's always that line of respect, guys, you know? And that's why I do things right because when somebody comes up respectful, you know what? They get respect. As long as we both don't cross that line, you always get that respect. But once you cross that line, you don't get no more respect. As a matter of fact, you get the complete opposite. But you're not out there, you know, running buck wild out there doing it everywhere you go. Like Polly Glock said, you got to pick your battles. And it's and that's why I don't have a criminal record. Number one, I'm a free man. Number two, I have no criminal record. Even though I've been arrested, I lost count already, probably like 8, 9 times, or less, or probably not more. I've been detained and put in cuffs a bunch of times, um, but I still have no charges. I still have no charges, guys. You know why? Because I do things right, and I always stand up for what I believe is right, and that's my freedom. First and foremost, that's my freedom, and then we got everything that stands behind our freedom, which is the law. You got to be within the law, always within the law, and you are definitely out of trouble. You see what I'm saying? Even though somebody can come up and say, "Hey, he did this," and the cops are going to use their feelings because you have a camera and you shouldn't be standing there, is what they say, right? Hey, yeah, you shouldn't be here. You got to go. How many times have you heard that one? Almost every time. Hey, you shouldn't be here. You got to go. It's like, nope. So you stand your ground and you put them to shame. Hopefully they learn their lesson and walk away and say, you know what, my bad for trying to overstep my boundaries and you know um, exert the law where it's not needed. When how many cops have you seen take that stand? Not many. Everybody always has to push the pencil. They want to get your info. They have to start twisting you up. You know they want to go get the story. They want to see the video. They don't even believe. They can't even believe what a man tells them because there's so many liars out there that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how a man can stand in front of a man and lie. That's what like blows my mind, guys. Sometimes when I'm out there doing audits and there's a guy saying, "Oh yeah, and he was on our property," like right in front of us. He's saying, "Yeah, they were standing over here. They went over there." It's like, dude, what kind of man would do that? You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of them out there, guys. They will try to make you a criminal, for their own pleasure, and knowing damn well that they're being um, a liar. What kind of man of God is a liar? What kind of man of himself is a liar? Not even a man of God. You don't even have to be a man of God. What kind of man in himself is a liar? And there's a lot out there, guys. So you know that's why a lot of people are falsely arrested, and that's another mission I was on you know to discover what it takes, to just be falsely arrested. And it took absolutely nothing. It took another man lying on me to have me, another man or another woman, whoever it was, lied on me to have me arrested, got investigated, and then I was found not guilty or free of all charges every time. That's not a good percentage. It's not like, oh, I was found guilty on this, but I was not on this, but and then I was found guilty on this arrest and not on that one, but and then yeah, like the next three he was guilty, but and then the last one he wasn't. No, I was found not guilty on all of them. Nothing ever saw a judge. You never saw a case filed saying that I had I have all these warrant, issued charges or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like you got to do things right for yourself. Not because not for the camera, not for the clout, not for the camera, guys. You go out there and if you have a purpose, then you follow through on your purpose. You don't try to make something of it. It's just too much, too much. It's just too much fake, going on right now. Like people want to go out there and explode and rant and rave, but all of a sudden, now I'm arrested. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm arrested. It's good in here. You know what I mean? It's good in here. When is prison ever good? When is jail ever good? Oh yeah, yeah. It's cool in here. Everybody's cool. Like no. Don't let anybody ever normalize or generalize being in jail or being locked up. Even from us. You see what I'm saying? Like even from us saying, "Oh, I'll take the ride," because in that moment, I'm the guy that's out there filming. I'm being accused of something I know I didn't do, and I'm willing to stand up for my rights in that moment. I'm not telling anybody out there take the ride no matter what. If you feel that what you're doing is right, then you take the ride. You see what I'm saying? Not because somebody else did it or because, oh, this is how they do it on YouTube. No, never take my example. You know what I'm saying? I always say that. I'm doing stuff, for educational purposes. So you can educate yourself on what to do, what not to do. You make your own decision. It's educational. It's not, oh, how to this, how to that. No, I never said, you know, this is a how-to video, guys, on how to survive on the streets without getting arrested. Or no, it could be a how-to video on how to record the cops, and then you get arrested. But that's what happens. That's what happens every day, guys. There's somebody out there getting arrested right now for filming the cops, and they got too close, and all of a sudden, their feelings kick in, and now, they're being kicked off to jail. But people that don't expose what's going on, people that don't just share the light like we do, like I do, people that don't do that, they actually get prosecuted. Their charges go through. But they see somebody like us that's like exposing them on them anytime that they don't do the right thing. So it's just, you know, don't let anybody ever normalize that type of, you know, I'm not even going to say it's a behavior. Um, but everybody for themselves, guys. I don't make no rules, and I'm not telling anybody what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being kind of neutral here to try to say, hey, stay out of jail, dude. You know what I'm saying? Jail's not the place we want to be, any of us. Even though we say, yeah, I'll take the ride right now. In the heat of the moment, you're willing to stand up for your rights, and you will take that ride. But that's not where you want to be. That's not where anybody wants to be. It's a financial hardship. It's a burden on your family if you don't get out. It's a burden. Your whole life changes. And if I would have been in a position, back when I started YouTube, guys, I had a steady normal job for 19 years prior to me actually leaving my job because I felt comfortable um, where I was at financially and I didn't have to work. So I left my job knowing that these people can ruin my life, doing audits and being out here filming. I gave them no chance to ruin my life. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? There was no chance anybody was going to call my job and say, hey, this guy is being arrested for this and blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Or like the DA going after your job or something, going after my license and stuff like that. Like, I gave them no chance. I just quit my job. I said, you know what? I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a boss. I'm independent. And even before that, I was independent because I've been a contractor. But regardless, like You still work for somebody at the end of the day, even if you are independent. There's always somebody that's your boss every day of your life. There's somebody that's your boss. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are independent, you're not independent. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, um, so yeah, I left on purpose, guys. I left because I made that decision, not because I was about to get fired or nothing. I made an excuse to get put on leave for a month, and then after that, I just told them I wasn't coming back. So that was my doing, because I knew that being involved in doing audits and being out here with all these stupid trolls and everybody, they were gonna they it's easy for people to find out information and find out where you are, where you work, where you live. Kind of like what they did at PLA. They start sending letters. They start messing with the wife. They start messing with business life. And I mean, not. I'm sorry, PLA. I didn't mean to target you. I'm just saying, like, they've done a lot of people, but we know what happened to PLA. How they target them and put flyers in his neighborhood about him and stuff like that. Like, but me, I don't even care about that, because you know you come into this type of neighborhood like that, and like, there's people like that around here that they don't take kindly to strangers. So good luck trying to expose somebody in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? These fools will come. They'll come out like, "What the heck? Get the hell!" You know what I'm saying? Get the hell off my property, type of thing. Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? But like, regardless, it is what it is. You can't stop them, and they're not going to stop us from doing what we do. Uh, it's just crazy. How the fucking wheel turns, man. And either you're on the right, you're either in the right motion, or you're not. So it's just crazy. I decided, like I said, make my own decision of be independent and be out of that range of target, because there's a lot of you know there's a lot of horrible people out there, man, that want to, there's so many people out there that hate you, that they have to watch everything that you do. And then not only that, they have to even use they use your whole video and say, oh, it's for criticism or whatever they say. But they know that they could never get any content like it. You know what I'm saying? They know that they could never get any content like it, so they have to expose what somebody else is doing, so they can say, "Oh, look at what this person is doing, and let's talk trash on them, and let's do this." But I'm going to use the whole video, and then I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get paid monetization for using this video, and I'm going to get donations, and I got my PayPal link, and now I got like pay promotions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, like, if you hate somebody so much, why would you love them enough to make money off of them? You see what I'm saying? That there's just like, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. How many so many people have so much hate, and they hate what you do, and but they don't go and do it themselves to make it normal, because, oh, this is the normal way you do it. No, they just use other people's videos, and use the whole video too. Not even like, oh, let me use 2 minutes and 2 minutes or a minute, and then talk about it. No, no, let me use the whole video, and then claim they claim what do they claim? Fucking fair use, and then it's like, dude, you were so like, you're so untalented that you got to use other people's stuff to claim that you're making fun of it, but you're using the whole video, dude. Like, that's ridiculous, you know. But that's your troll. That's your average troll that now wants to make money off of you. It's not even like, oh, let me talk trash or expose this guy. It's like, no, no, let me just use their whole video and say that I'm talking about it because it's a good video. Look what happens. Nothing. The cops show up and they did nothing. Oh yeah, good job. They say good job for wasting their time and this and that. It's like, dude, like, come up with something else. Go get your own content. Show us how it's done. You know, it's like no, you want to base a whole channel on trolling people, but all you do is use other people's videos, and your whole audience is watching other people's videos on your channel. Like, yeah, that's great. That's great. Anyways, who's this? Bruce from Down Under. You have to watch your back. SGV. Why would I have to watch my back, dude? I got the sun. I got the sun watching my back, guys. I got the world behind me. I don't need to watch my back. What does that mean? Man, so many questions, guys. So many questions. Troll them back. This YouTube stuff is wild, isn't it? It is, man. When you think about it, like when I okay, look, I'm just like you know, a 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 9 to 5er. Up in the morning, come home, do your daily deals. You know, I decided myself. I decided myself, guys, to insert myself into the community and to bring justice. If you watch my early videos, my live streams from way back in the day, I was like unhinged. I was going off on the cops, nasty all day long, nasty, you know, and that's just because I wanted to do the most. You know what I'm saying? And then say you can't do nothing about it because I have a freedom of speech. It's my right. As long as I'm not threatening you or saying that I'm going to maliciously do anything, then I have every right to every word that comes out of my mouth. And that was my attitude. And that's why a lot of people said, "Oh, your mouth's going to get you in trouble." Blah 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 blah. Well, no, as you can see, when Chili went to court, his mouth got him in trouble because there's a time and a place. But even in that case, I noticed that judge, she was out to get him since the beginning, and I already seen that. I was like, "Damn, no matter what, he's guilty." And it was so quick. Once the case was over, she was like, "Oh yeah, after final proceedings, we find him guilty." You know what I'm saying? Like there was no, yeah, well, I gotta review. Give me some time to look. No, she already knew that this guy tells. Oh, I've watched plenty of your videos. I've seen how you act with people and stuff like that. She already knew that he tells them f off. He tells the cops to f off at all costs, every time, any place. He don't care. He has no respect for the law, and that was her problem. That was her problem. And believe me, I was a firecracker, and sometimes I had to think like to myself, like, hey, you know, take a step back, calm yourself. I would have calmed myself down, uh, because in a situation like that, you keep going and going and going and going. All of a sudden, it's like, get over here. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know when to start, when to stop. What video are you asking for, Jay? Hey guys, what video is Jay asking for? Give it to him. What's up, big dog? Yeah, yeah, yeah. 66 in the house. Oh yeah, and so yeah. Anyways, guys, it's just like you know, I, I knew what was coming, pretty much. Like I knew what was coming, and I put myself, and that's why I ended up leaving my job because like I said, I was a 9 to 5er, putting in the hustle. I inserted myself into the community. I decided to quit my job and pursue this full time because number one, I was making enough money on YouTube where I didn't have to work, and be very comfortable, and so I didn't have to worry about that part of it. And number two, I was doing something that I had a passion for. It's not something that I was like, oh yeah, oh I see so and so doing this, I'm gonna go do it like him. No, I came out here and I went buck wild on my own style, not copying anybody and coming from the heart and everything that, and just learning in the process because I didn't know anything either. So in the whole time I was just learning from every experience that I came across, because nobody wanted. This community was such a closed, shut community. Nobody ever wanted to communicate. No matter how many emails I sent to any auditor that was out there, nobody ever got back to me. So I had to go out there, stand up for myself, and then learn everything on my own. You know. But like I said, I never came out here firing shots and trying to copy somebody. I was always trying to be original and come from the heart, and everything. Even though I said stuff, there was a mistake sometimes. You got to man up to it and say, hey, what I said was wrong. Actually, I shouldn't have said that or whatever. It goes a long way. To admit your rights and your wrongs. So it's like I put myself in that position and set myself up for success later on by quitting my job and doing all that, because I didn't need that tail. People trying to troll me, and then I was doing Scientology audits in the beginning too, so I'm sure they were hot on my tail, trying to investigate me, trying to find out where I work, where I live, which was not hard. All they had to do was have somebody follow me home one day and get the info, the address and stuff. Michael Malloy show in the house. What's up, guy? Arrested. Long Island. I gotta go check it out, Mike. Maybe we'll check it out on a live stream together soon. I don't know, but you know, the fact of the matter is, guys, and the moral of all this is always have control of what you're doing. Don't let other people manipulate you or force you or even lead you in the wrong direction, guys. Like, you have control of your own, guys. Remember that. Don't let these fools lead you in the wrong direction, because then you end up, in the wrong place. And like I said, don't let anybody normalize um, or making a generalize anything that has to do with going to jail, because that's our life, that's our freedom, guys. Remember, that's all we have. Once we lose that, there's no coming back, guys. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna follow you for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, like River, like what's going on with those justice guys. They thought they were. I'm not gonna be quick to judge them at this point. There are cases ongoing, and they got a lot of evidence, guys, and we've all seen it. And it's not a secret. Like, that they were doing mischievous things out there. Like, that crowd was a little bit out of control. I would never want to be in charge of a crowd like that. I would never want to organize something and then lead the crowd into the wrong direction. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not what that's the whole reason why I don't say, oh, hey guys, meet me on this spot, and organize a bunch of people to go audit something or go, it's not going to happen, because there's too many alphas involved in a situation like that. Everybody wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to take charge and be the first hit. And it's hard to control a crowd. You're never going to have control, no matter who you think you are. You will never have control of a crowd like that. And that's exactly what happened. One person does something, and the whole crowd just escalated. The whole crowd was ready. And that's bad, guys. That's bad. Especially, you don't have control of something like that. Um, it should never happen. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, what's happening? But I mean, believe me, I don't like what's going on with their no bail thing, because they weren't like out there like stabbing guys and shooting them, leaving them shot on the ground. It's like anybody should get a bail. And that's one thing that I don't agree with in that case. And there's other things too, but I'm not gonna put my opinion on it until final decisions are made on that. Because either I'm gonna say I saw it coming, I told you so, or damn, that's a surprise. You know what I mean? Um, but the feds and um, when they put together a task force like that and they simultaneously raid 8 people at the same time, um, they're not doing that just to go pick you up and then say, oh yeah, um, you're free to go. We'll see you in this day and this day. No, I mean, there's been a lot of cases that they get bailed. No matter I've seen murderers, criminal. There's like a $500,000 bail, million, $2 million bail, but there's a bail. There's something if they can afford it or not. There's a bail set for 95% of criminals. I would say. I mean, I'm not statistically, I'm not sure. For facts, but I mean, I could imagine that about 95%. But yeah, guys, it's nuts what's going on with that case because I would not want to be in a situation where I have no bail. Every situation that when I got arrested, I've always had either a bail or no bail, and you get out, and then you got to face the music later on. You got to show up to court, and you got to do all that. But it's like at least there's a bail or no bail, and then you get to see the judge. You know, that's the only part that I'm like totally not on. I mean, I'm not on game on anybody getting arrested, to be honest. But I mean, if you're gonna expose yourself like that, especially on camera, doing something on camera that you shouldn't be doing, and not only do recording it yourself, but you got to know that and especially in a crowd like that, you got like 100 other people with cameras behind you, 100 or more in that crowd. Depends on how many people were there. If there was 50 people there, I would say at least 25 other cameras were recording. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people do when they go to something like that. They're going to go to their social media. Hey guys, I'm here in support of this crowd, and this is going on, and everybody's recording. You know, even when I go on the audit with somebody, I know in my mind that guy's recording everything that's going on. He knows in his mind or her mind, whoever it is, that I'm recording everything. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you put yourself in a bad position. Like uh, uh, yeah, I don't know. You don't hit a man when he's down, especially in a crowd situation. And that shot goes out to River because you just don't hit a man when he's down. Once he's down, unless you're a coward, you're gonna beat him when he's down on the ground. Once he's down, you've done your deal. Walk away. You know, and all that guy was doing was trying to defend himself. You know, imagine if a crowd. You guys would agree with me. If I'm doing an audit at a warehouse and a whole crowd comes at me like that and they start bombing me and hitting me when I'm down, you're not going to agree with that. Believe me, that place is going to get so many phone calls. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know, believe it. So yeah, guys, there's a line. You have to draw a line to everything because if not, you end up on the same boat. If I would have been involved, in their events and showing up on all their events and doing all that, believe me, they would have had me right there on the top line with the rest of them. Oh yeah, we got this guy, known activist in the area. We finally got him pinned on something. Like I would have been right there. But no, I decided to, like Paulie said, quote unquote, choose my own battles. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, sick with it. That's crazy, man. It's like I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say I told you so, but when I see River, I'm gonna tell him, dude, I I told you, man. I told you not to organize. I told you go out there. I told him so many times. Like in so many text messages too, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, get out. Why are you looking for other people to go with? Just go out there on your own and do your own thing. Be independent. I told them so many times, guys, and this is no lie. These are facts. If I pull the phone records, you will see the text from me and River where I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, get out of this, like, get out of that situation, like, don't organize, don't be involved in any type of committee or anything like that. Remember, you're an independent journalist. You go out there and find your own stories independently, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's that 1%. I'm gonna have to say, you know what? I told you so, dude. I told you. You know. No matter what his time ends up being or his case ends up being, I told you, dude. You know, and it's not for me trying to be greedy or like he was making it seem like I was trying to keep him away from being successful. A lot of people saw it like that because I told River a lot of times, man, like, hey, stay away from that, don't do that, don't do this, dude. It's for your own good. You see what I'm saying? But for your own good is just not good enough. There has to be a better reason for me to follow your word, because for my own good is not good enough. You see what I'm saying? So maybe going because you might end up, because you're in jail, maybe that's good enough. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's good enough now. Because it wasn't when I told you not to do something because it's for your better. Now it's probably because you're in jail, and maybe, oh, now I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I should have taken things, a little more lightly, instead of trying to be the pepper spray hero all the time. I mean, when's the last time you see me pull out a pepper spray? You learn, guys, when you need to pull out a pepper spray, and when you're going to tell somebody, hey, calm down, back up, or don't touch me, or give them their 1-2 chance before you even try to pull out a pepper spray. Don't just somebody comes up and boom. Nah, that's not how it happens, dude. That's not how it works. That's not defending yourself. That's being part of the problem. But believe me, a lot of people, they don't see it like that, and I remember my first pepper spray. Like, I made a mistake. I pepper sprayed the guy, and he wasn't even grabbing my stuff yet. He was just about to gesture to go like this, and I let him have it. I was like, hell no. Nah. This was a audit with me and Downey. We were at a gym. That was the first time I ever pepper sprayed somebody, was that guy. And yeah, I made a mistake. I pulled it out and I told him, hey, don't touch me, because he had already bumped into me. He tried to grab my camera, and he headbutted Downey's camera. He went and headbutted his camera. So I was like, oh no, this guy's gonna get aggressive right now. So I pulled it out. I was like, hey man, get back, get back. That was stupid. And the cop showed up and everything. Um, and I didn't get arrested, but the guy understood, hey, I shouldn't have done that. And, I'm sorry. And I told him, hey, I'm sorry too. I didn't want to spray you, whatever. So, there's certain situations where you learn your lesson. You learn from certain things. You don't just do things and then again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It's like it goes, if that saying falls for so many things, and that was one of the things. Either you learn or you don't learn. That's the point. Either you learn or you don't learn. And some people just don't learn. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're schooled and educated, and even if they know the facts, they just want to follow another example, thinking that that's a better way. And sometimes it's just not the better way, guys. Always have control of your freedom, man. Know your rights. You know what I'm saying? Know your rights, guys. Exercise your rights, but know what's right as well. And be within the law. Always be within the law, guys. Yeah, always be within the law, because you never know, you know, your freedom can end from one day to the other. So, yeah, guys. Anyways, I talked a lot, guys. Supposedly I'm in jail though. I don't know how I got a phone in jail with the sun watching my back. You know what I mean? I don't know how that's possible. But some clown tried to say I was in jail. That's funny. All right. So what else is news on the streets, guys? Let's move forward. I kind of took over that, and we forgot what's the word on the streets. Tell me. Somebody said I gotta watch my back, but I mean, dude, everybody got to watch their back. You know, you know what I'm saying? You on PLA good? Hell yeah, that's my boy right there. That's my dog for life. Yeah, PLA was in here. What do you think? Yeah, should we getting back out Sundays with PLA? Mike, yeah, we've been out for a little bit, but and then PLA's been out of town, and I just honestly I just been at home, enjoying my freedom because you guys already know that my freedom is real thin. You know, I could be free in the morning and in jail in the afternoon. So yeah, believe me, I've been now that I even more knowing that Chino already dropped the ball on it. Like yeah, I have no cases pending, nothing. You sometimes you tend to enjoy that type of freedom when you're in my position. Anybody on a normal lives an everyday normal schedule wouldn't even consider thinking about that part of their life. But I do, man. I think about that every day. You know what I'm saying? I think about my freedom every day, guys, because that's all you got. And no matter all the material things you got, once you go in, you're done. All that material stuff is gone, you know? So, I remember the good old days when I just used to go to work, deal with the daily struggle, mind my own business, and come home and do my thing, and that was it. I miss those days. I put myself, like I said, I inserted myself into the community, and I put myself in that position. So, those are some big shoes you got to fill. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready for it if you're willing to get out here and film, because look at all those. Let's talk about the audits that have been going down in Scientology lately, man. There's been attacks on um on activists, and the cops are not doing anything, guys. You got to pay attention to this very closely, because when back in the day, well, it's not back in the day, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, when I was doing Scientology audits, the same thing was happening to me, where they would come out, break my cameras, break my rig. You guys seen it? You guys seen it? They break my stuff, push us around, and then the cops do nothing. And I thought, okay, well, it's because I'm a cop watcher. I'm not just a Scientology auditor. I'm a cop watcher. I go out, I keep the cops accountable, but I also keep other things, I also audit other things. For example, Church of Scientology at the time. And and so I thought the cops are being biased to me filming them, the cops, and they're using that against me when it comes to when something happens to me, because it happens even out on a regular audit where somebody comes out and does something, breaks your stuff or something, and the cops don't do nothing. It's just known that if you're a cop watcher, or you film the cops, or you film the government in any way, they just don't help you anymore. That's a fact, guys. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's a fact. I know it, because when Islos got a gun pulled out on him in downtown, which ended his auditing career. We never seen him after that, except for a couple times with River. But that ended his auditing career right there. He got a gun pulled out on him in downtown Skid Row by a homeless dude. He had a gun, and when the cops passed by, we flagged him down and we told him, "Hey, this guy pulled a gun." Bloom, bloom, bloom. And guess what happened? The guy's riding by on a bike, and Islos like, "That's him right there. That's him." And then the cops didn't do nothing. They turned away. They said, "Oh, they turned this way." They said, "No, no, no. First, you gotta tell me what's going on first." Like, they literally let the guy go and just said, like, "I'm gonna totally go blind, horse blind to this situation, and focus just on your story right now." That doesn't make any sense. Like, how can somebody commit a crime? The guy's getting away. The cop's in front of you. You're telling the cop, "There goes the guy," and the cop's gonna look the other way. You're gonna tell me that that's not because I'm a cop watcher? No. You're gonna say it's exactly because you're a cop watcher, because exactly But see, that's the point of being a cop watcher is no matter how I feel about, how you're doing your job, no matter what, in a situation, you have to do your job. That's as a law enforcement officer, you got to save my life. If I'm dying on the ground because of whatever, you got to call it in, you got to save my life. Believe that, no matter how I feel about you. You can't just stand there and do nothing. You have to administrate CPR, start the process, get the ambulance there, and then once I'm out the hospital, if you want to put me under arrest for whatever reason, then that would be your time to do so. But no matter what, even criminals that get shot in a bank robbery or in a shootout, they still have to administer CPR to that bastard, put him in the ambulance, get him to the hospital, and when he's fine and dandy, then guess what? Okay, time for prosecution. Put him in jail. Let's go. Jail time. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's the same shit. If I'm a cop watcher, I'm not committing a crime. Actually, I'm less of a criminal than uh, uh, anything that goes on out here that you're against, Mister Ellie. Police officer, whoever you are. It's like, regardless, you can't use that against me just because filming the cops. You got to do your job. And that was a clear. Oh, you know who that was? That was that Officer Guerra. Officer Guerra was that guy that we flagged down that day, and he was the one that said, "Oh yeah, no, no, you have to tell me the story first." Like he didn't want to hear, he didn't want to see who it was, because then after seeing it, you gotta do something about it. But he decided to turn the other way and not do anything about it. So, and that's the same guy that gave me a ticket for being on the roadway. If you guys remember, when I stepped off the sidewalk and I started questioning him, that's the same guy. I had to go to court and fight that ticket. Pled not guilty on arraignment. Showed up, pled not guilty. They set up a trial date. I showed up for trial. He showed up for trial, and we went at it, man. Me and him went at it at the box. We did a couple back and forth, and then the judge made a ruling that I was found not guilty, due to the circumstances, and one of them was the judge asked him, "Did Mr. Gonzalez get back on the curb when you asked him to get back on the curb?" And he said yes, because I did. He said, "Get back on the curb," and I said, "Yeah, no problem, dude." Still mouthing off, but I got back on the curb. And then when she asked, "Oh, did Mr. Gonzalez give you his information when you asked him?" And he said yes. Even though I didn't pull out my ID and gave it to him, I gave him my first, my last name, and my date of birth. That's all I gave him. So he said yes, and then so she made final rulings off of those questions. So think about it, guys, when you're out there mouthing off to the cops or in a situation. Oh, get back on the curb or I'm going to arrest you. Okay, well, let me take a step back, get on the curb. Now, let me tell you something. Get back on the curb, and then you let him tell you something, or you let him tell you something, or whatever. Or you tell him something. You know what I'm saying? Um, but, those little details matter, guys. Those little tiny details matter, because if I would have said, "Oh, I refuse to ID," or "I ain't giving you shit," or, like, "No, I'm not getting on the sidewalk. I belong right," like, then that, okay, yeah, you're kind of asking for it, especially when it comes to the judge. So the judge ruled in my favor, said I was not guilty, let me free of charges. And oh boy, when I saw that cop, well, even till today, when we see that cop, "Hey man, don't be lying to the judge, man. Hey Guerra, don't be lying to the judge, man. You can't lie to the judge." You know, Fuck it, always, man. We always get them. But that day in the we were walking out, we had to walk out the same way to get the same elevator. And I'm all push. I got it. He went and pushed the elevator, and I pushed the same one. I'm all standing next to him, like, "Yeah, what's up, man? You can't be lying to the judge. What's wrong with you? Trying to get lied to the judge, saying we're interfering with your investigation." Excuse me, guys. I remember. when I watched back the video, because before that court date, I didn't go back and watch the video. I just showed up to court, like, and that was my mistake. I should have watched the video, so at least you have a refresher. It's fresh in your mind. You're like, okay, let me, this is what happened exactly. No, I just showed up, and then when I was there, the judge asked him, "Oh, do you have video?" She asked him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I had a department issued body camera that was running and this and that." And then he goes, "But he has video. He has video." And then she goes, "Oh, do you have video? Do you want to present your video?" I said no, because I don't remember exactly, how it went down. I was kind of nervous when he showed up to court. Like I said, 9 times out of 10 they don't show up, guys. That was that one time out of 10 that the officer actually shows up and tries to fight the ticket. But so I told her no, I don't want to use my video because, like I said, I hadn't watched it. So he tried to lie and say, "Oh yeah, the whole time he walked up with a crowd and he was all up in my face and disturbing our investigation, and he was interfering, and he was calling us names, and he was." So after that court, I went back and I found the video on YouTube, obviously, and I was watching it, and the whole time we're just quiet. We're just filming them the whole time quiet. I think Eastlos passed by, and I don't know. I can't remember. Somebody passed by and stood close and then backed up. But he tried to say, "Oh yeah, when backup arrived, they had to control these guys and push them back and all this stuff." And in the video, when backup show up, it's a couple officers we always see out there in downtown LA, and they just walk by us and they go stand with these fools, and then uh, I guess he tells them, "Oh yeah, just stand here, whatever, make sure whatever they don't interfere." And so they just back up and they stand right there, and then that was it. Like, there was no interaction, there was no back and forth, back and forth. There was no camera in their faces. Like, this guy straight tried to lie to the judge, and and that's why I say, guys, always fight your cases. If you know that you did right and you're being convicted of something, don't be afraid to go face the judge. Plead not guilty, and if you need a public defender, they'll give you a public defender if you need one. You know, not that it's always in your best interest, but that it's a good start. At least you know if they're going to help you or not, and you can say no, I'll just do it myself, or move forward with the public defender, or get your own counsel if it's that serious. Um, but I would say always fight every case that you come across, guys, because um, when the cops show up and somebody tells them a story, it's not the actual story. It's the way that they're imagining it in their head and they're writing it down on paper from the words that are coming out of your mouth. You see this? It's not because they're genius and they can automatically know what kind of story you're trying to tell them. No, they just pick up words like, "Oh, he hit me, then ran down the street." So they write these little sentences down. You know, uh, victim got hit by this, ran down the street, then got tripped on the ground, and you know. But it's like they're not writing down word by word all the whole everything. So they make up their own version. "Oh yeah, so you're telling me this and this and this and this and this." It's like they flip it all the way around, and all of a sudden, if you were the victim, now you're the suspect. You see what I'm saying? So no matter what, you keep your evidence, keep those cameras rolling, guys, and always fight those cases. You know, um, and if you know you're in the wrong, get a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the wrong, guys, get a lawyer. You can start with Arvon over at SanFernandoCourts.com. I mean, he's always given me some good advice, even though we could agree to disagree on certain things. Um, Advice is always advice, guys, and it's better to have some advice than no advice. So, you know, just take it for what it is, guys, and be lawful in your daily deals, guys, and try to stay out of that hole, because You know, that's where they want us, guys. That's what they want us. So yeah, guys, that's crazy how like all these auditors or people in jail right now, like Furry Potato, Long Island audits. I don't know what he got arrested for, but I gotta check that out. News Now Houston. Well, that fool was a chomo. Delete laws. I mean, that's delete laws. He's the lawyer. He should know better, right? So if he's doing it, then it should be right, I guess. And then Riverside, that fool fucked up. That's all I gotta say about that. Furry. Does anybody know what happened to the potato? I need some facts, guys. I need some paperwork. Anybody have paperwork? SGVnews1@gmail.com. Send it to me. SGVnews and then the number one at the end. Not the word one, the number one. SGVnews1@gmail.com. If you got paperwork, I want to see that because I don't even know what's going on with the fuzzy burrito. Last time I heard a fuzzy burrito, um, they were talking trash on all of us, actually, talking about PLA and talking about me. um I don't know. I don't care. You know, you could talk about me all you want. You know, I'm sure Fuzzy Burrito was expecting a response. You know, but you know, I didn't respond to that crap. News Not California won a massive lawsuit. I bet he did. That's why he disappeared. Silence Boy has 900K followers. Sick. Does he? Sick as fool. Where's the facts, guys? Give me some facts. Give me some facts. Did Riverside F up or police? Wow, I mean, I'm no judge, but the video don't lie, man. Have you seen the video? Amger audits. Amager audits. Have you seen the video in questions? There's a couple of videos. Furry burrito is moldy. Let us know. Yeah, we need facts, guys. Got arrested. Yeah, Furry supposedly got arrested, but nobody has facts. I guess Furry was the only one that can find facts, or what? I don't get it. Who was finding facts for Furry? Fine, let's get some facts. Let's get some facts. I know Alcor got arrested a couple months ago, guys. Did you guys see that? He got um he got arrested for impersonating a police officer. Officer right here arrested him. Furry was still at it with the dumbs. Oh man, CC Dumbs is all excited now that Furry's arrested. That fool was nowhere. All of a sudden, he pops out of the darkness. That guy's a clown. That guy's just like Furry. You know, they can't live without each other. If it's not one chasing one, it's one chasing the other. You know, so they could just never stay out of each other's drama. They always got to be in each other's drama. It's hilarious. You know, even when Furry was out there going to San Diego, doing those CC Dumbs audits, I got tired of it. I was like, nah, I'm not going out there no more. That's boring, dude. I'm done. You know, this guy's unhinged. He's gonna end up getting violent or shooting one of us, and that's all that was waiting to happen. You know, some type of extreme violent act come out of this guy because he felt that, you know, Furry was harassing him all the way from LA to SD. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't be chasing anybody like that. If somebody has so much issues with me, then hey, let's go to court. You know, like let's handle it in court. All of a sudden, you got all these issues. CC Dumbs is not savage. He just has high blood pressure, guys, and it gets the best of him. His adrenaline kicks in with his high blood pressure, and he gets all excited. That's it. I could get excited like that, but I'm not. I'm not gonna prove to be an idiot. I'm not gonna prove to be a man child, you know. But I can get loud belligerent too. Everybody can. But are you a child, or are you a 5-year-old that you have to get loud and belligerent with people like every time? It's like where's your where's your self control, man? Where you got no self control, no, you got no heart or what? I don't get it. No, but somebody told me that food called me out. It's like it's like, dude, who do you think you're calling out? Like, that's hilarious, man. That's like, I don't understand. Like, that fool has beef with the air. He's over there calling out the air. Nobody even pays attention to him. Yeah, that's hilarious, man. The world. What up, the world? It's another world. It's not the world, but another world. All right, guys. You guys want me to open up this tester tool and show you what it does? No, right? That was just clickbait, guys. I knew you guys would come when you saw the tester. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to put a picture of this tester and everybody's going to click on here. Nah, I was just kidding, guys. That was kind of a joke. You know what I mean? But I can show you the tester if you guys want to learn about it. So actually, I just bought it. I just bought it. It's a pro cable tester. This is for testing all kinds of coaxial, BNC, RJ11, RJ12, RJ45, video F connectors. Um, yeah, it does all that. It's a pretty handy little tool. But you guys already know. Back in action. I've been back at work doing some commercial work. Working on. I don't work on residential no more. I just do commercial jobs now. So it's a lot less stress. Doing like I'll be panel. I got like 40, 60 wires, and I'm trying to go through my wires, and I feel somebody breathing down my neck. I turn around. Yeah, it's the customer right behind me going like this. And I'm like, can I help you? You know me, guys. I'm not gonna stay quiet. I'm like, can I help you? And they'll be like, oh, no, 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 I'm just looking. And then so I'll just put my stuff down. I'll walk away, and I'll go maybe outside, get a drink of water or something, come back, and then I'll get back to it. I can't have somebody right here like watching me. That's why I'm a contractor. That's why I'm on the field, because I don't like people like, just like targeting you. And when you work residential, that's what it feels like. Like people are always watching every move you make. They're nervous that you're there in the first place. They don't want you to steal their stuff or knock over their stuff or dirty their floors or their carpet. So they're like eagle eyeing you for everything. You gotta be like, with shoe covers and watching every move you make. Yeah, it's horrible. So so now I just been doing commercial buildings, which is a lot larger scale of installation. It's a lot more, so yeah, I mean, and I got the freedom to show up. I got a contract, for a couple whatever days are on the job, and I show up, and just as long as I get it done within that time frame, um, I can go whatever time I want, leave whatever time I want. Um, just as long as my job gets done, nobody's harassing me or behind my back trying to. Everything's by schematic, so you put everything where the schematic says to put it, and you're done. There's no questions. Low voltage, low voltage. So yeah, it's good. Audio. I do audio, video. I do access control, cameras, um, alarm alarm systems, networking. all that good stuff, guys. So that's exactly what this is right here, guys. This pretty much does all of that. It does all of that. Because sometimes you got to check your wire distance. Like, say, for example, if you got a device that's too far from the main panel, then you got a distance issue. You got to measure wire, and this device actually measures your wire distance. It tells you if there's a short in the line. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have the right tools, guys. You want to be successful. Just like when I was auditing every day, I had to have the right cameras and the right lenses and the right, equipment. It's the same thing. You get on the job site and you got to have the right stuff to make your jobs quick, because time is money. And if I could do the job quicker, then I can get paid more money. I know that doesn't make sense to you, but that's just how it works when it's a benefit. Get everything that I need. So, anyways, guys, what else is in the news? Give me some facts. Give me some facts. Let me see. Painted custom residential. Yeah, painting too, man. They want everything. Everything does. They want everything perfect. Yeah, I'll be out there, guys. I'll be out there doing audits again. Like I said, I just been like enjoying my normal day of life where I can just where I can just click on YouTube and see what's going on out there. I've been watching a lot of that Scientology audits that have been going on, and I just think that before you go out there and start filming, there's a couple of laws, there's a couple of things that you need to brush yourself up on, and you got to know about certain laws, like when it comes to um, especially like somebody that says they're a church, like a religious establishment. They got rights for just religious establishments. So there's certain lines that you can't cross, and um, I just think anybody that goes out there and exercises their rights, you gotta either learn, like I did, kind of learn in the process and learn by educating yourself, or by watching other people, because you gotta know what's right and what's wrong before you go out there, and I don't want to judge them, because I've been in that same position where you're standing up for something, and especially in Scientology, where they take people's money, and they separate families. um, your parents can't even raise you in Scientology. If you have kids, that's like, it's a benefit for Scientology, because they separate you from your parents, and they make you work. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're out there working. You know what I'm saying? They put you to work. So yeah, I mean, that's child labor. How can you put your kids to work? A 5, 7, 10 year old, 12-year old, they're already out there building the lands for the Scientologists, like out there working in the fields for them. Like, come on, dude, that's crazy. There's so much research that I did. I was never a Scientologist, or offered anything like that, But I do remember when I was young, like real young, probably like 8, 10. I used to see those L. Ron Hubbard commercials. He was selling like books or something. I think it was their shit, I can't remember what book it was. But I remember back then, they used to try to get us when we were young, man, on regular TV, putting these commercials out. L. Ron Hubbard wanted to sell his fiction books to everybody, and I remember seeing those commercials. They were kind of like lava exploding in the background, and like just weird stuff, Like, I remember, I kind of vaguely remember that stuff, um, but I didn't even know that. Yeah, the Dianetics. That's the one. That's the one. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. That's the one. And that's where they. way back then, unconsciously already kind of heard of Scientology, but and then knowing what I did when I first started auditing them, like I wasn't a fan of what they do, So obviously, you think of all the people that got attacked standing in front of Scientology, like the reporters and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh hell no, they're. I'm not gonna let them push me around. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go stand out there with a camera and see and that's when also then I seen that show come out, the Leah Remini show, or the documentary that she did on Scientology, and I was like, oh damn, I knew it. um, Plus other things that I had heard before, but that was it. That's what made me audit Scientology, um, not because of their tax status, even though that's another good one, but just the stuff that they were doing, like cult wise, I guess, separating families, and kind of like the Jehovah's Witnesses, the same thing. They separate families too, and if you don't follow their guide, then you're disfellowshipped, and then after you're disfellowshipped, either you change your life to to um to do what they say and how they want you to act, then you're gone forever. They just disown you. That's some crazy stuff, man. What kind of religion tells you to separate from your family because they don't believe what you believe? You know, and that's some craziness right there. That separated a lot of families. That caused a lot of corruption in a lot of families, guys. And a lot of you guys don't know it, but also in my own family, because when I was growing up, my mom up on the stage, like supposedly preaching the word or whatever, like like um, kind of forced to and so they fellowship them, and then I wasn't supposed to talk to my own brother. I was like, hell no, what the hell? What the hell's going on here? And they made him sit in the back of the church, by himself in a room. He had to sit back there. Nobody could talk to him and all that stuff. And I was like, oh hell no. So even young guys, I kind of had a kind of like a I had a religious upbringing, coming up, and I followed, you know, I was in, all because, obviously my mom wanted me to be in the church, and I didn't want to be a part of it no more. So there was always conflict right there. But that's what they do, man. They separate families. I'm not down with it. I'm not a fan of that type of religion that separates families, and Scientology does the same exact thing. So it kind of hits personal, like um, dealing with that. Yeah, my mom was a Jehovah's Witness, all the way to the day she died. Actually, she was a big time believer, but she knew that I wasn't down, and that's why it's like that's why you could say, oh dang, this guy kind of knows a little bit about religion on the way I talk on Scientology, on church audits and stuff like that. But that could be anybody. But just a little ringer for the end there, guys. Just want to give you a little bit of history on why I do certain things. So it's not like I'm just out there jumping on the bandwagon. Being a part of a Jehovah's Witness cult that separated my family, um, and then seeing Scientology, what they were doing, I just felt like, oh, like this is a calling for me to expose these guys. But I mean, just expose them for their bad ways, not for their religion or what they believe, because every religion has their own beliefs, and you can't really, it's their practices, like what, their man-made, um, like um, like their policies and stuff, like the disconnect policy, where if in Scientology, if you're a suppressive, or if, like example, I would be considered a suppressive person because I don't agree 100% with what they do. So if I had a Scientologist friend, they would have to they would have to disown me pretty much. You know, they would label me a suppressive person, and they wouldn't be able to talk to me anymore. Member can talk to you anymore. It's like, how do you put somebody through that? You know, uh, it's just amazing. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. SGV News first, out here on the loose. I had the day off today, so I'm just hanging out. Wanted to wanted to bring you guys a little bit of content for the day and let you guys know I'm all good. No jail time for me. No arrest. No nothing like that. Don't let the trolls troll you guys. Always stay in control of your life, guys. It's the only one you got, and it should be yours. Oh man, do you guys here? Before I let you guys go, man, I'm sorry. Hold on, I think we're gonna have to take a dab for this. Please hang out with me for one more minute, guys. I have one more topic, if you guys can. I have one more topic I want to talk about real quick. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. One more thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and this deserves a dab, man, because this is horrible. What's been going on in Hollywood? I know everybody's heard about this one, but do you guys have you guys heard what's going on with and I'm sure everybody's gonna say yes, but have you been hearing what's going on with the diddler? Sean Doodley? He diddled himself into a bad place, guys. Oh my god. I've been like stuck to all the information that's been coming out lately, man, and OMG. And I remember him like over there dancing on stage and doing his thing. I always knew that he was kind of like on the happy side, you know? But I didn't know it was like Epstein style, man. That's crazy. That fool is crazy. He's like Epstein capital. I think that's where Epstein got it from. But, imagine what you have to go through just to become famous in the industry, guys. It's insane. It is insane. Thank you, Frank from Cleveland. Thank you for watching, man. Appreciate you. NR 420. What's up, 420? Yeah, it all makes sense now. Like the little, and then not only that, but they said that he has something to do with the murder of Tupac. Like, wow, dude, it took him this long to finally start cracking that eggshell, man. Very delicate eggshell, man, and it took him so long to start cracking it, and it all has to do with so many people. I'm just amazed, man. It just amazes me how this has all been happening right under our noses, guys. And all of you that have family members that are wanting to be like in the music industry, man, keep your eyes on them, man. Keep your eyes on them. Don't ever let them. I guess even what's his name? Usher, dude. Usher. That guy got the worst done for him. You know what I mean? They put him like in a P Diddy camp. I forgot what they called it. They called it damn, who knows what they called the Diddley camp. I forgot. But anyways, they put him in like a they put him in a camp where I guess he had to go stay with P Diddy for a year. Oh yeah, Cuba Gooding. Man, there's so many people involved, man. That's fucking nuts. Anyways, guys, just know where your kids are, man. This is just disgusting, Diddy Sweet Camp, Diddy Flavor Camp. It was something else. It was something else. I can't remember. Usher and Bieber, um, Malik, I think, there's like Chris Brown. There's so many people involved in this, dude. It's like, wow. Like, and a lot of them just have stories of being a survivor, but I mean, there's, yeah, there's so many victims in this, man. And they even said something about the diddler having to do something with the disappearance of Aaliyah, or the murder of Aaliyah. Yeah, just so much stuff, man. It's like, man, you can't trust nobody, guys. Don't think for 1 minute that you could trust somebody with your kids, especially because you can't trust anybody with your kids, man. That's crazy. And what's next is they're saying next is what's the fool's name? Beyonce's husband. That fool's next. He's part of the whole thing. Jay-Z, yeah, Jay-Z, dude. Damn, dude. Diddy and Jay-Z. So Jay-Z's next. They said that he has a lot to do with a lot of stuff going on too, which is all, like I said, nothing factual until you hear the real facts. But man, that's crazy, dude. And they're saying something else too. Fuck. Oh, do you guys? I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't know. It was a while back, a couple years ago, and Jay Z and Beyonce were at a Laker game. And if you look at Beyonce, it looked like she was a zombie. You remember that? She looked like she was a zombie. Like, she was like, her eyes were gone, her hair was all messed up, she had no makeup. She looked like a complete zombie. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but they're saying that saying just like the diddler, that she's been drugged. She's been drugged through all this process, just like Jay Z was. I mean, just like P Diddy was drugging his ex. You know. So damn, dude, just so much stuff is coming out. And I guess Cat Williams was right. And everybody will be exposed in 2024. And so far in our community as well, people have been exposed and in jail and stuff like that. So I guess that's like a universal thing. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you go for now until the next one. We're out on patrol. We're out on the streets. Peace out, guys. You guys be safe out there. Keep your freedom in check, guys. That's all I gotta say.